Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the AGP Creator Podcast. As always, I am the host. My name is Amanda. And before we get started, we always have to do the shout outs to the people that make this podcast and this channel possible. So, a big shout out to the Gem City Comic Con, a premier comic book show that is in Dayton, Ohio, that's coming to you July 24th and 25th this year at the Dayton Convention Center in Dayton, Ohio. Of course, to their sister convention, the Champion City Comic Con, which will be coming at you this October in Springfield, Ohio. To Mest Comics, an independent comic book series done by this amazing man named Jay. It's centered about the sewer system right here in Cincinnati, Ohio. To the UVN, the Underground Video Network, broadcasting things from the tri-state area of Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. They've been doing this for 20 years. They cover everything from comics to gaming to television. They even have their own podcast called We Talk Too Much. To Sean Forney Illustration and their independent comic Scarlet Huntress, and of course to Hazza Productions and their amazing independent comics, from kid comics like Peanut Butter and Jelly to their adult comics like Roadkill Rampage. And you can check out both Sean Forney Illustration and Hazza Productions every Thursday night and Friday night for their Sketch Off Awards. Just make sure that you look up Hazza Productions and Sean Forney Illustration to find out where they are on YouTube, Twitch, or even on Facebook, where you can watch these battles happen. Now, since we mentioned Twitch and we mentioned YouTube, I want to bring the most amazing man. This guy, if you're having trouble with your Twitch, you don't know how to make it pretty, you need help with any of that type of stuff, this man could do it for you. If whether you have $5 or $5 million, this guy has a budget made for you. I want everybody to welcome Gael Level.
Hi.
I am so happy to have you on. I'm sorry. To have somebody that has helped me without them even knowing how much they've actually helped me on the show just makes me so excited.
Thanks for having me.
It is my pleasure. Thank you so much. When you answered, I was like, he answered. He said yes. And then you're like, I'm in France. I was like, that I figured out. I'm just trying to figure out what your time zone is.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I really do enjoy having Twitch or not Twitch, but this StreamYard, is because it does allow me to bring anybody anywhere across the world, which is really nice. Oh, good. She's asleep. So I have to say, the next video of yours that I'm watching is your DIY lights.
Oh, yeah.
Because just stealing lamps out of the garbage aren't cutting it anymore.
Yeah, you gotta work on a good DIY setup for your lighting.
It drains my face. I am not this white, so it's all the color has been sucked out. I'm like, guys, trust me. When I say I'm more of like a peach or apricot, trust me, I'm more of a peach or an apricot. Ask Crayola. Trust me on this. It's just like, how do you do it on a budget? And I was going through your YouTube channel. I was like, oh, looky what he did. I believe, because I think you had one where you did a DIY and it only cost you like $17 or something like that to do it.
I think my lowest was something like $11 for like a ring light. And yeah, very powerful ring light. It was great. I gave it to a friend and I think she still uses it.
$10. I just found it. Watch. Look at, guys. Let me show you what this man does. I mean, look at these things. Look at the amazingness that is him. Elgato ring light for $30. Elgato key light for $13. Cheapest do-it-yourself ring light for $10. He shows you how to set up a ASMR if you're into that. That one I probably won't watch. I'm not a big fan of ASMR. Everybody's like, oh, it's so... No, I can't take the noise.
Me neither, actually.
Nope. But I mean, like, I checked out the voice changer one that you did 10 months ago recently. Just because it's like, okay, I can't do anything with it at this particular time because most of my streaming is either with this or I'm streaming straight off of the PS4. But it's stuff to learn as I'm able to upgrade the PC to be able to handle streaming with the OBS and things like that. And so it's really extremely informative what you do.
Thank
And
you.
on top of that, guys, you're looking to do emotes. He's got a nice, cheap, easy way for you to do that. The emotes that you see on the channels, guys, and here, I will do this for you. There's that one, and then there's this one, and then there's this one. And in case you're on YouTube and you can't see, I show. Bam. There's a little Shigo puppy. There's a little Manta saying hi. And there's a little Manta throwing out money. And you showed me how to take this stuff. And if you don't have Photoshop, you introduce, what is it? Pixel or
Uh, I don't even remember. There's so many. There's so many alternatives to Photoshop.
pixlr.com.
Pixlr, yeah,
Pixlr.
Pixlr. There's another one called Photopea, which is basically Photoshop but online. There's Paint.net, which is like a free software. Yeah, there's a lot of alternatives that people seem to not know about. So here I am showing it.
Like it says, make better content.
Pretty much. Yeah.
John Z Boy says, I use GIMP.
Yeah, GIMP is also a good one. It's a free alternative where you can do pretty much everything that Photoshop can do. I really believe there's no, it's not the tool. They pretty much all do the same thing. The only limitation is your imagination, pretty much.
So you're a Twitch streamer and you're a YouTuber. Obviously, you do a lot of stuff content based, but I've seen you play games and stuff. What really drove you into wanting to do stuff like this?
Uh, it's kind of a hard question because I've always been into all of that stuff. I've always been into tech. I've always been into video games. I've always been into video content creation and music and basically everything multimedia is what I've always been passionate about. So I try my hand at pretty much everything that I possibly can. The reason why I really started my main YouTube channel though is because I started streaming on Twitch just to make friends, and I realized how difficult it was at first because it was a couple of years ago. There's a lot of options that we have now that we didn't have back then, and it was a very complex thing to even start streaming, to set up alerts, to set up labels, to set up widgets and all of that. It was very, very complex. And even I was struggling. So I thought I really need to make content to try to make it easier, basically, instead of having to go at every corner of the internet to find pieces of information. I should probably make something where all the information is just in one video or in one playlist, and that's how it started. A lot of people loved it and they asked for more, and I continued to this day.
That's actually really cool. I mean, I understand the love of video games. I've been playing them since an Atari 2600. But just it's just so amazing because you have this passion. You can see it, no matter whether it's you playing the game or you doing the content. Here, let me show you how to do something. Or even when you decide to do your weekly, hey, let's do stream reviews, and people run to their stream trying to fix stuff real quickly.
Yeah, I'm very lucky in the fact that I can really be honest, basically, in my content. I can really show if I'm excited about something. I try not to write a script and not to act really. I really want to show my passion, and I really want to show my genuine excitement for stuff. And I'm really lucky that that in my work I can, do stuff that I'm actually excited about and not have to fake excitement or anything.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, when someone fakes something, you can kind of tell. They're like, really? No. And one thing that I've told so many people out there, whether they wanted to be a podcaster or they wanted to be someone who does let's plays or anything like that, being yourself, your personality can bring people in just as much as playing the big name game or having a big guest on your show. Your personality sells your stuff so much more than any of that ever could.
Absolutely. People want to relate. Basically, people who watch you, they really want to see another human being in front of them, and that's very intriguing. You want to learn more about another person. Being the perfect, what I call the perfect host or the perfect streamer, is kind of robotic. Basically, always being happy and always saying the same things and reacting to every interaction is exactly the same. That's not a person. You're just a good host. You're not an actual entertainer. You're not. You won't influence anyone like that. You really have to show yourself.
Right. If you're gonna be the host, but just go ahead and do the voice too. Hello, everybody, and welcome
Pretty
to.
much. Exactly. Like a game show or something.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There have been times if you go back to some of our videos, because I play with my friends, and I'm just like, if you don't shut up, I will permanently erase you from this planet.
Oh my god. You would probably get banned right now on Twitch if if you were to talk like that.
They are my friend, and you can't ban me. It's. I'm just like, stop it. Just it's just one of those things. But no, and I think that's one of the things that, I love about watching you and a lot of the creators that I watch is that they're people that I can relate to. It's not watching, oh well, I'm rich and famous, or I'm super this, or look how thin and cute I like to watch real people, people that I can relate to, people that I feel like if I was out and there wasn't a pandemic and I was out playing Pokemon Go and I ran into them, I could have a conversation with them and not feel intimidated.
That's a good example because I've actually, back when Pokemon Go first came out, I actually met a lot of people by playing Pokemon Go.
I still play Pokemon Go. I just have to do it from here in the house. Thank God they give me all the free stuff.
Uh,
My sister's like, just use the car. I don't have a car. I have my mom's car. I don't have a car. My car went boom, and I went, well, no. Uh, so I think my favorite so far is definitely the stream reviews.
really?
And I know a lot of people would come in and they would ask you, how do I get my channel reviewed? So if there's people out there who's actually looking to maybe reach over to your channel, check it out, and even have you critique their channel, how do they get to be part of that review?
To be fair, as much as I would want, anyone watching to just show up and participate, I would probably tell them to, well, the only rule in order to participate is to show up on time. It happens every Friday, 8 p.m. CET, that's Paris time. And if you're there at the beginning of the stream, you will know exactly what to do in order to join our specific list of a specific number of people. It's usually 20 people, and it all happens at the beginning of the stream. But if you're brand new to it and you're not familiar with my content or you're not familiar with stream review, I would advise you sit the first one down and actually watch and then work on your channel and then come back and then you can get reviewed in order not to waste my time, basically.
No joke, guys. So I saw he was streaming and I was talking to him, working out a schedule to get him on the show. So I was like, I'm going to go check out his stream. I actually hadn't seen any of your streaming stuff. I only knew you through your YouTube, but I had already started following you on Twitch just because of what you've done. And so you're like, all right, so let's look at this person's content. And I went, um, um, and I'm sitting here and I had like this page and I'm like writing down all these notes. Okay, so I gotta do this, and because I'm like in panic mode because I'm like, okay, this guy's coming on my show, and if he even sees my homepage right now, the only thing he's gonna be like, okay, well at least she bought one of my packages for 99 cents, thanks, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's kind of nerve wracking for a lot of people. I know that while I'm doing it, a lot of people are telling me in the chat that they're super stressed and they are kind of anxious for me to get to their channel. I think one thing that's particular with this show is the fact that I'm still like 100% honest, and I really don't sugarcoat anything. So if something
But
is
you're not
really
mean
bad,
about it either.
It depends who you ask.
Okay, from what I watched on that entire thing, you were not mean to anybody. You even were like, "Hey, are you still in the chat?" and waited for them to answer to see if they were still in the chat. Be like, "Okay, do you see how they did theirs? You should try. Don't take theirs, but use theirs as an example because, of course, there's the little bio, and then of course there's the actual about me." And even though at least mine was okay because I just talked about the dogs, the cats, the fact that I collect stuff, things like that, on top of the fact that I'm here to do a podcast and let's plays.
Yeah.
But just so people go, oh, she's super nerd. She works for comic book conventions and stuff. But I got to finesse it a little bit more because I watched you. I was like, okay, let's tweak this a little, let's tweak that a little. It's like, plus, if he ever sees it, I used his stuff, so there. Bonus points. I don't know,
Yeah. That's
but
what I tell people. I tell people they if they just technically they don't really have to participate. If they just watch it, they will learn all of the little tips and tricks in order to optimize their channel by just watching the critique that I give anyone else. It's crazy that we are at our 85th episode. Like that's a lot, and it's the advice itself doesn't necessarily change. It's the same advice every single time. But I also get that there's new people who are discovering my channel, so they're participating and stuff.
right. And I think that's also something that I appreciate is because a lot of people, they're like, oh, well, if you really want to know about this, you could always go look. You're not one of those. You're like, okay, because there's new people. You guys may have heard this before. You may not have heard this before, but yada, 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 yada. And I think that's a great way to still keep people who are new coming to the channel and appreciating the hard work that you do. Because
Absolutely.
I'm going to say this, you as an artist and the fact that you create these layouts, these these amazing layouts, and I do have one because I did download OBS. It just won't let me stream from it yet. So I
Oh.
have it. And of course I picked red because you say, what is your colors? Red. I'm red and black. Those are my colors. Those have been
Good.
my colors since I was 3. They're not changing ever. Gamer chair, logo, shirts, everything.
Perfect.
So, and I thought it was really cool because I'm looking at these and I've seen these other people do almost the exact same stuff that you do, and they're selling them for like 30, 40, 50, 60. You have them for free and 99 cents.
And people still complain.
They have no right to. I'm sorry. I will fight you all tooth and nail. Tell me I'm wrong. An artist giving anything. Find me one artist other than this guy here who's going to give anything away either A for free unless they're trying to bait you into something and he's not,
Yeah.
or
I don't
99 cents.
I don't even collect personal information. I don't even collect emails or anything.
Well, you have mine, but that's because we were talking. But it's like, no. It's like even my sponsors, when they give me artwork that they do, there's still a catch to it because it's like, okay, well, I'm giving this to you, but I need this, 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 this. You don't even go, hey, people, tell everybody that you got this from me. You're just like, here you
Yeah.
go. And I'm just like, everybody's like, where'd you get? Go to him, him. I've got a couple of friends who are just starting off with Twitch. I'm like, go watch this guy. You need to watch him. You need to watch Gael. Gael. Ugh. Sorry.
No, right, there's no correct way of pronouncing my name. There's like even I switch it up sometimes.
I'm trying to. I took French a long time ago in high school. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Gael, but the only thing that I ever took from French class was Je ne parle pas français, je parle anglais. So let's talk.
That's perfect.
It's the only thing I remember. They're like, that doesn't count. I was like, I told you I don't speak French. I speak English. So now we
It's,
can have a conversation. Yeah.
it's the most important thing that you need to know how to say in French, pretty much.
Ah, see? Boom. Ah. So, of course, your schedule is extremely busy with everything that you've been doing. How do you find any downtime?
Uh, I like it's weird because I actually do find some downtime. It's just I really I don't actually have a schedule. I just have a bunch of things that I have to do all the time. But I work hard. Like I'm a hard working lazy man. Basically, I work hard in order to not work hard, even though I work harder in order to not work hard. So my freedom is something that I really cherish. So I always want to be able to, for example, wake up at any moment, any day, and say, I'm staying in bed. That's all I want in life. It's at any point in my life, if I wake up and I don't feel like doing anything, I want to be able to not do anything and have to answer to nobody.
Never get a dog.
Oh, that's the exact reason why I don't have a dog. I love dogs, but just for that, I can't.
My little chihuahua, if I don't get up, she starts licking my eyeballs, and then she does this on my head. Get up. Okay, 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 okay. I'm like, this is punishment from when I was a kid, and when I wanted my parents, I used to do this to them. Are you awake yet? Like, I know this is my punishment because I don't have children myself, so
That's karma right there.
totally. So in your downtime, what are some of the stuff that you like to do?
It's That's also a hard question because I a lot of things that I do professionally are also
Your
the things
hobby.
that I love to do. They're pretty much my hobby. So sometimes in my downtime, I will open up Photoshop and start doing graphic design, and that's fun for me. I also, I also watch Netflix and stuff like that. That even that is rare. I spend more time on YouTube than anything else. Most of the time,
I'm
just
not the only one.
most of the time, even like learning stuff, watching other people do DIY and trying to get inspiration and stuff like that. I really enjoy DIY and electronics and 3D printing is one thing that I got into couple like 1 or 2 years ago, and I've been in love with it ever since. And I watch a lot of content related to that. Basically, everything I do is also the exact same things that I consume. Pretty much, if I do something, I watch YouTube videos about other people doing the same thing or giving advice. Yeah, so in my downtime, I basically work.
I can't really say anything different. So what do you do in your downtime? I take the dogs out. I play video games, and because I'm playing the video game, I'm recording it anyway because something stupid might happen while I'm playing it, even though it wasn't supposed to be a video. So I totally get it. I totally get it. It's like you do realize there's a no, when you turn your hobby into what you want as your profession, you find out there really is no actual downtime what other people
Yeah,
think is downtime.
there's no
It's
more line between the profession or the hobby. It's just
it's not even blurred, it's just gone.
yeah, it's just fun all the time.
Right.
Most of the time, at least.
Oh, I mean, no matter what you do, whether it's, what we do for a living or if it's working at a 9 to 5 or whatever it is, even if you like that job, there's always going to be days where you're just like, no, no, thank you.
For sure.
I'm not in the mood. There's there's not enough alcohol on the face of this planet that's going to get me up to do this, so no. And then it's like the worst is though is when you get up like me because I actually have a schedule and I'm like, I really don't want to do this today. Crap.
This is why I don't have a schedule, because I know that if like I've tried having schedules and it was like that all the time, every single time. Like every time I have an obligation, every time I have anything that even remotely feels like an obligation, my brain just refuses. Like even if I set my own this obligation myself, my brain is like, someone is telling you to do something, you should
I didn't
refuse.
want I
Basically,
didn't want to do it.
pretty much.
The schedule actually is more not. I mean, it's okay. It's for the people who do like to watch the stuff, things like that, so they know what we're playing.
Hmm.
Most of the people who do end up watching us on a regular basis will find out if Amanda disappears for 2 days, it's because of her immune system. I actually get sick once a month for about 2 days, and I just disappear. You're not
Oh,
going to find
okay.
me anywhere because I have a really
Wow.
low immune system. Great time for that to be in effect, part of
Oh,
my
awesome.
yay. Great. Um, so it's just one of those things. But the schedule more than anything is to get everybody else on track.
Oh, okay.
So like this, I can do this all day, and I have no problems being able to interact with other people, talking to them. But playing games, I can't do a lot of like people like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye who like play games on their own. I need someone to bounce off of.
Yeah.
It's my one of my great weaknesses is if I'm playing a game by myself, I forget to talk to anybody. I'm just like, mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm streaming. Sorry. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm sorry. I was collecting velociraptors in Ark. My bad. How y'all doing? It's just I'm bad about it. But having your friends there and being able to talk about stuff and goof back and forth,
Yeah.
and that's a lot easier for me, even though you don't get to see them. And because I don't have a cam for my PS4, you don't get to see me. You can still hear it, and you can hear the
Yeah.
fun that we're having. And so even when I play a single player game back in the days when we could be around each other, they would come over, they would sit behind me, I'd
Oh.
play the game, they would make fun of me. Like I
So,
tried to play The Last of Us. It was the stealth thing. Wasn't very stealthy. The
yeah.
very first stealth mission, I had a brick. They're like, okay, now you throw the brick and you hit that guy in the head. And I just went, ah! That's not stealthy. I passed. I got through it. I'm good.
That's really cool that you have people who can actually come over and watch you play. That's really cool.
Well, luckily, most of the people that I play with do live relatively within a 30-minute place where I live now.
Oh, yeah.
Um, the one ain't making it because he's in Australia, so I don't think he's making it anytime soon.
Yeah.
But I love but you said earlier, one of the reasons why you like Twitch is because you've been able to meet so many people. So between the two, Twitch and YouTube, what do you think? Because some people are like, well, do I do Twitch or do I do YouTube? What do you think is the strength with Twitch, and what do you think is the strength with YouTube?
Um, what YouTube, the cool thing with YouTube is that it's the YouTube algorithm pretty much does the one of the hardest jobs for you. It basically makes sure that your content is viewed by people. It basically forces people to watch your stuff at this point, but only if you're doing content that people want to watch in the first place. Basically, the algorithm figures out, hey, that is something that most people will want to see, and then it basically serves it to people. So that's I would say that is the biggest difference with YouTube and Twitch is that on YouTube, people don't really find you by accident. They find you because YouTube showed you to them, and then if they like the content, they stick around. Whereas Twitch is you have this kind of random people who will show up and then they like what they see and then they stick around, creating a certain bond that is very different than the bond that you will have with someone on YouTube. In my particular situation, I make educational content, so people show up to get something. Basically, they show up for a reason and they have a goal, which is to learn about something or to get something, and then and then they just leave. So there isn't always this bond created between me and my YouTube viewers. Whereas on Twitch, I get to sit down and interact live with them, and then we create a certain affinity. I used to stream on YouTube, and I quickly realized that streaming on YouTube and streaming on Twitch is completely different, absolutely different, and that the YouTube community is more widespread and unattached basically to the creator, whereas on Twitch it's closer, it's really closer, and it feels more like having a chat while sitting down in a living room with a bunch of people. Pretty much it feels
Yeah,
like a private party pretty much.
I do have to agree with that. So even though my Twitch says that I've been on it since 2012, I did 2 videos back in 2012, and everybody's like, "Oh no, you don't want to be on Twitch. You want to go to YouTube."
That's weird.
So I went to YouTube. That was a mistake. I'm sorry. Let me point out a difference here. And now everybody's going to have different experiences. You may be like, I have a couple of friends, they're Scoop Hash. They do well on YouTube. They only have 17 followers here on Twitch. My
Yeah.
instance is different. I've been on YouTube since 2012 and have 138, not 1,000, 138 followers. I've been on Twitch since March when the pandemic hit, and I'm almost at 100 followers and I have 9 subscribers.
That's the difference.
It's a major difference. Being able to actually feel like you can connect with people, and Twitch makes it so easy because being able to make money on Twitch is a much easier process than you'll ever have with YouTube because of YouTube's like 10,000 subscribers. You can barely, half of us can, the lower level YouTubers, people like me who do still put stuff up on YouTube, we could barely get people to like the video, let alone subscribe for free on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's different. I would say it's different. There's definitely an advantage on Twitch where that when it comes to money, that you can make money on your very first stream. That is the biggest advantage. But in the long run, when it comes to the effort that you put versus the reward that you get, the monetary reward that you get, I'd say YouTube is better in there. And the fact that you can work 1 hour a day on videos and make an incredible living, whereas on Twitch, even if you make it as a full-time content creator on Twitch, and let's say you're making twice or 3 times minimum wage, you're most likely putting 8 hours per day. So when you balance it, and some YouTubers put one video per month and they make hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. It depends on who you are, what you're willing to do, and what you're comfortable with. Mostly, it's really what you're comfortable
Yeah.
with. Some people
I'm
just are not okay with the presentation aspect of things because YouTube is very much you do some research, you set up everything, and then you record and then you edit. You're preparing like a slideshow. You're doing a presentation, and if it's neatly packaged, people will enjoy it, and if not, then people won't like it. Whereas on Twitch, you're more relaxed. You're just sitting here and you're
you're just
being yourself. Yeah, all that is required is for you to be a decent entertainer, but like a decent person, someone who's fun to interact with, basically.
right. And I'll be honest, Twitch feels like a home. YouTube feels like a job. I'll be honest. I cheat nowadays. They're like, so
I
what
agree.
YouTube
I agree with
content do
that.
you have? The edited versions of my Twitch streams is what my YouTube content has. So all the stuff that YouTube would be like, no, 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 and 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 no, that all got taken out.
Yeah, that's actually what I started to do when I made my main channel. Now, I had created my Twitch channel first, and then I made this YouTube channel to be basically a highlight channel for my Twitch, which I later discovered wasn't a good idea and wasn't a good strategy and never works. Basically, like no one ever makes it on YouTube by editing their Twitch VODs into highlights because no one is looking for small streamer highlights. Like you never type random small streamer highlights in your search bar. So
I just take out the dead space. That's all I do is I take out the dead
oh,
space where
okay.
nothing's done. It's still the video.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of F-bombs that might have dropped in there, a few of them pulled out because, YouTube really doesn't like that word.
Yeah.
So I'll never get monetized with when I'm playing games like Fortnite. Oh, no, that's not happening. But it's still there. It's still completely there. And, and it's just funny. And I also hear this thing. And a lot of times from people, I can't compete with other people.
Ugh.
You hear it too, don't you?
I hear it. I hear everything. To be fair, I hear all types of excuses. It's
So for people who go, well, I can't compete. What advice would you give them? Because to me, it's not a competition.
It definitely isn't a competition, and like you're definitely not competing with other people. You can get inspired by other people. You can try to get hop on a bandwagon on a trend that is going on, but there's no real competition. You have to. The only competition is yourself, basically. If you allow yourself to basically make content that is lower than the standard of a platform, then that's on you. That's like you are your competitor. Like you are the one who should be trying to evolve and make better content. But there's really no competition. One viewer can watch two streamers. One viewer can watch two YouTubers, and there's like an audience for everyone. Really, there's really an audience for everyone. Now the question is that audience big? Is it small? And if it's small, are you okay with it being small? Basically, if you're not okay with your audience being small while making content for a small audience, you need to start making content for a bigger audience.
Yeah, sell your
It's that
bathwater.
simple.
Sorry, I'm
Pretty
sorry.
much.
Come on, it's like the greatest running joke ever.
No, but it's actually like I do believe it's actually a great example. Is something I talk a lot about on Twitch is that it seems like the Twitch community doesn't innovate as much as any other type of content creator on the internet. Creativity is it's not our forte per se. If you're asking anyone who's been on Twitch for a while, who are the top most creative Twitch streamers, there's
You?
there's like two. I would definitely not even put myself in there. But there's like two or three that you can list really, and those are people who are doing crazy stuff for sure, but it's not abundant. Basically, creativity, people being innovative in this niche is not something that is abundant at all. Everyone is just trying to do what everyone is already doing, and then complain that they can't stand out.
I the thing is you if people would just learn to be themselves, they'd realize that they do stand out. There's a reason why we're all different. We're all unique. You know,
Absolutely.
not every female has to show her cleavage and has to be 20 and has to be, not every male streamer has to be rage man. You don't have to, don't, I hate our society because everybody gets put in a box. Don't be put in a box.
True.
There is no
True.
box. The box is an illusion. Just be you. It
Absolutely.
doesn't matter.
But
All
I,
your
I
quirks.
I think a lot of people struggle also because I do realize that sometimes I get kind of intolerant when it comes to the advice that I give, and I'm just like, you should know this or duh. But I understand that some people don't have access to this way of thinking, and the things that I tell them, it's basically the very first time that they're hearing it, and maybe they don't even believe it. It I feel like it's easy for someone like me to say, "Oh, be yourself. You're the most important person on the stream, and you're the most interesting thing on the stream. Your gameplay doesn't matter. You matter more. You telling me that you like playing video games is less interesting than you telling me about your favorite breakfast. Me telling people that is sometimes it's a mind blown for them, and some people never thought about themselves in that way because they always thought they were nobody. And some people straight up haven't developed a personality yet. And it's hard to advise people like that. And I kind of want to tell them, go discover yourself, go learn about yourself first and then come back so you will know what you should advertise yourself with. You will know all of your qualities, everything that's good and actually interesting about yourself. But some people are completely
All that stuff
empty.
that you guys put on Tinder to try to get females, that's what you should just put in there. There you go. I like long walks on the beach, candlelit
Exactly.
dinners. I mean, the thing, but I do see what you're saying because we already
Mm.
have this one little quick little, hi, my name is so and so. Here's my channel where I play games and do podcasting. Then you get this really cool opportunity to go, this is who I am. Hi, my name is Amanda. I'm here on Twitch playing video games and podcasting, but I'm also an animal lover. I have 2 dogs. I name the dogs, my 2 cats. I name the cats. I collect action figures, comic books. I run the Gym City Comic Con. I run the Champion City Comic Con. This is who I am. I cosplay and I'm a nerd. I've been playing, it gives a great opportunity for people to go, oh, okay, cool. It's like one of the things that I'm thinking about doing is because I still get people who go, because I only have the one camera. Oh, well, if you're such a nerd and you have this collection, why is it that's all that we see? Because that's the only camera I have. But there is the thought of, because I do have a camcorder, maybe taking people on a tour of the house. Because have you ever seen the 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Oh yeah, a
You
while
know
ago,
how
but yeah.
every room in his house, including the bathroom, has action figures in it? Hi, I'm literally this person without the virginity part in it. It's very odd.
That's great.
It's
That sounds like a great YouTube video. A room tour, MTV
Here's
Crib
my
style.
Cthulhu bathroom and my Animal Kingdom bedroom, and here's the office where I do everything, and here is my medieval with all my Harry Potters, and there's my Star Wars air battle. Because like I'm not even kidding you. Every wall in my house, the ceiling has stuff hanging from it, and that's my house.
So many. Wow.
Toys from when I was little,
Oh
from
my
the
god.
80s. Wow, that's a lot. That's just this room. I would, Tugger, I'm telling you, every room in my house, bathroom, kitchen, dining room, living room, bedroom, this office, hallway, all of it. I've been collecting since I was 5.
That's really interesting. I think like that's something. Yeah, that's something that you can really put up front. Because that really sets you apart from
Ooh,
like
I've been
that's not the usual. Like, my place is completely empty compared to yours when it comes to even
You're
decoration.
that is actually really funny because like I see all these people with all these YouTubers and all these Twitch streamers, and they have these gorgeous lights and these beautiful white walls, and I'm like, that ain't happening in my house.
A lot
That
of
ain't
space
never
for action
happening in my
figures
house.
there.
Oh look, there's a white space. I gotta go buy something. I'll be back. But I've always wanted to collect stuff from my favorite games, but my parents find it a waste of space to have collectibles in my room. I was lucky. My dad kind of supported me. My dad was a garbage man, Tugger, and my dad would go out, and some of the toys that I have from the 70s and 80s and early 90s actually came from the garbage before people actually started doing that whole when toy collecting became really popular.
Yeah.
And so, like, I have an original Rancor from Return of the Jedi that my dad brought home from the garbage. And my dad, it was funny because, like, some parents always do this whole, okay, it's Christmas time, so we got to clean out all your old toys. And I'm like, no, we don't. You don't see these? Back camera. Camera's drunk again. You don't see these? These are mine. Go away. Um, And then, of course, then you had the reverse. Oh, here, you can have the tea set. Here's the Barbie dolls. Here's these Cabbage Patch Kids. All said, hopefully you'll have your own space to collect what you will one day. I hope so too. Aw,
Aw.
you guys are so cute. But this is a really good example of what's really cool about Twitch. And I know a lot of people go, oh, I really want that big audience, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. But smaller audiences like this give you time to read the comments, see what's going on in the chat, and being able to talk to these people in real time too. So a small audiences aren't always bad either, because you can really make a really cool connection with some of these people.
Absolutely. A connection that you really wouldn't be able to make if your chat was going, 50 miles an hour and you weren't able to read anything. It must feel like super lonely to be that huge streamer with, 10,000 people in your chat just all typing at the same time. Like, I can only imagine it feeling lonely because you don't have
Right.
time to create any type of bond with people except for the ones that are subscribing all the time, gifting subs, and giving you a lot of money, but still, like,
But even then, there's so many. But then, even at that point, it gets to a point where it's like I've watched some big name stream. There are people who were big over on YouTube, came to Twitch. They now Twitch on here, so
mm,
people watch them from over here, and like they'll spend a half an hour, 45 minutes doing nothing but thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
yeah.
Even like that's not entertaining to me. I mean, that's cool for you as the streamer that you're getting that and these people love you. But even as the person who would be making the content, I'd be like, but I really kind of want to get to playing the game and let's have some fun. I really don't
Yeah.
want to sit here for the next hour and 45 minutes thanking you all. Can I just do a group thank you? Are we allowed to do that? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. Smaller chats are often the best opportunity to grow friendships with over time. I became friends with a lot of people on Twitch streams and the streamers I enjoy watching. See? Oh, so you're a Twitch streamer. Well, you know what we're gonna have to do because of that, because you're just so amazing. We're gonna go over because you stopped by, and we're gonna follow your channel. Guy, why don't you think so? No.
Tugger is great. I actually know Tugger. Great streamer, great graphic designer, and their channel is actually really really clean.
Oh, you got thumbs up from Gael? Dude, you have to be like one of the best Twitch streamers out there then. I'm sorry. See, and you already got a new follow. See, how fantastic of a day is this? Hype! I'm clipping that. I also think I think I get a better opportunity with meeting people here on Twitch to be able to do things like this or collab with other videos as well. Other
Yeah,
people that have some of the same interests.
absolutely.
You,
I wouldn't even
you
imagine.
say
Yeah.
hi, say hi, hi, hi. Now, would you stop and get down? Thank you. Oi,
I was saying, like, I
problem
can't
stamina.
even imagine what it would be like to even find people in real life who would even share the same passion, or people who stream. And it's it's super hard. I know that my friends who stream that I know in real life, they started streaming because basically because of me. Basically because of me, and because I've inspired them, or I basically told them, hey, you should start streaming, and then they listened.
Aww. So shout out to Colton for gifting a 1 month tier sub. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Congrats. Yay. I love this. I really do. I love this is when things get exciting for me, is just watching everybody talk to each other. And it's weird because I have to go because I have to do everything through Streamyard, but then I also have to still go to the Twitch stream manager just to make sure that I'm catching up with everything that's going on. So it's kind of
Oh,
weird
yeah.
because it's delayed between here to there.
Oh, okay. I've never used StreamYard before.
There's a free version that you can use, but it puts their logos up on everything, and
Oh,
then
okay.
there's a oh, appreciate you coming and watching with us. Cute. And then there's other levels. So I pay for the second level. I actually pay for it. And so it allows me to put my logos up on there. I could put my own banners, things like that. And I can have up to 10 people at any time on here.
Oh,
So,
that's great.
and it lets me do this, which is really cool. I do like being able to pull the comments up. So when
Yeah,
I
that's
do move it
awesome.
over to YouTube and they don't get to see the actual chat that's going on Twitch, they actually get to
Yeah.
see this. I agree those smaller communities are better though, as you can spend time with your community and get to build a solid relationship up and get to know their interests and get to know each other on a certain level. Exactly, Ziggy. Of course, it's funny because his name's Ziggy and I'm having like major Bill and Ted issues right now.
What do you mean?
You don't remember Bill and Ted where they take Napoleon Dynamite to, or not Napoleon, did they take Napoleon to the ice cream thing and they're calling him a Ziggy Piggy?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember. It's
there it
been a
is.
while. I haven't
That's
seen the new one either.
I have not seen the new one, and that's one of my weird little quirks. Okay, 2 plus 2. I'm not sure I could tell you what it equals, but you hand me trivia from a cartoon or a movie, phone apart. Yes, I know. I was messing that up. Lack of sleep. I had to get up early this morning to get groceries that were being delivered, and then had to walk away from getting my groceries. Though Napoleon Dynamite was funny. Yeah, I realized what I said when I said it. Look, look, it's Gael's hair.
It's
Well,
distracting.
I mean, let's face it. We all know that's why everybody watches your Twitch channel. It's the hair, baby. I mean, come on. It's all about the hair. Hi. When did you get back up here? Now you not just see your tail. But no, it's one of my weird quirks. 2 things I could do. Something must have exploded.
Wow, Tugger, don't make me take back all the nice things I said about you.
It doesn't matter. He's already clipped it. But I think it's 2 of my quirks is I can remember stuff from a long time ago, and we could be listening to music, and I could just start adding my own lyrics to it, and they're just like, "What did you do?" Um, I turned it into a song about me. I'm really good at that. Ta-da! Done. Those are my special powers. Those are my superpowers. So this is one of my favorite questions to ask anybody. If you were an action figure, would you be an actual like action figure, or would you rather be a pop figure?
uh, Action figure, I think.
All right, since you want to be an action figure, what are the 2 accessories that would come with you?
Uh, I would have like a laser blaster with LEDs and everything. I have to go back in my childhood thinking of all the things that I always wanted. And then I like the ones that have like little projectiles that will shoot like little plastic things. Those are my 2 accessories. I just love those things.
See, Ziggy, that's what see, okay, okay. I do think it's funny because I've been asking this question, and like the first, like, because this question was asked to, like, somebody randomly asked me that, and so I answered, and I took it on a very serious level. Well, I would come with a headset controller and possibly a chihuahua because of my dog Fizzgig. And then like everybody else was like, "Oh, I would have laser cannons," and I'm like, "Okay, I didn't realize that was actually." So I find it funny who goes like realistic and who's like, "Nah, man, I'm gonna be all GI Joe'd out and let's go." Amanda's being a realistic figure, and Gael's all like, "No, I'm going to be the Terminator. Let's
I
go."
I want to be Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear. There you go. There you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's just so funny. I'm like, wait a minute, Why didn't I think of something cool like that? I was like, I could have had like a Sword of Omens. We'll have his headset and microphone. Yeah, I think the hair has to automatically come with them. Maybe
If
we
it,
can like have different styles
yeah,
of it.
different sets with different mini houses too.
What was it? Those Bratz dolls, didn't their hair come off and you put new hair on them or something
I
like that?
think
I
so.
don't
Yeah.
know. Never played with Bratz. It was too close to Barbie. Does this toy come with a gun? No, no, not really interested. Thanks. Mm-mm. Then I turned into my 30s. Oh, My Little Pony. Let's get that. We have now turned this into let's talk about your hair.
Apparently.
What was it? You were doing it was on one of your streams and you're talking about the no, I think it was a YouTube video and you were talking about the lighting or something, and you're like, because I'm not I'm not your normal Twitch streamer or YouTuber or something like that, and I was like, why? Because you're French. And then you started poking at your skin. I'm like, oh. And I think that's kind of sad because I didn't pay attention to that. Nikki says hello.
Hey.
Your hair needs its own interview, apparently.
Apparently.
It is a life all of its own. But I do think it's still kind of sad that even in today's standards, with everything that's been going on, that you are kind of right. There's still not a lot of diversity when it comes to different types of streamers.
Yeah, if you check the top 100 streamers, there's a very clear image of what the typical streamer looks like
Mm.
in
I,
every
I,
category,
it,
gender and and everything. Um,
it's just sad though. It's like, it's again putting so many things into a box, and it's like, but don't put it in a box. A Twitch streamer should really be based off of their personality. Do you like them? Do you like if they're a podcaster, do you like the way how they interview people, how they interact with their guests? Would it be something that you're like, okay, I really like the way how she asks these goofy questions, and then we go and goes off on this far off mission over here and somehow brings it back over here. Don't know how she did it, but that was awesome. Or if they're gaming, do you like the fact that they're like, yeah, we're all gonna die in this game of Dead by Daylight. So if anybody needs me, I'm just gonna be down in the basement. Bye. Um, you know,
yeah,
it's just got to be something. Do you like their personality? And of course, do you like their content? Because some people, like me, I prefer watching somebody who's entertaining in a gaming. I am never gonna knock somebody who's really good at gaming. But go read my profile. I'm not that person who's really good. I love gaming.
yeah. I think it's I don't think it's a Twitch problem necessarily. I mean, it is a Twitch problem because it's very present on Twitch, but I don't think it came from Twitch. I think it's just very, very present on Twitch. I think it has to do with education, it has to do with upbringing, and it has to do with, society's overall um, current situation. Basically, I think in many aspects, Twitch is kind of a reflection of how society is going right now. We're really not our own bubble or anything. It's just the same thing, and some of the problems are a little more concentrated on Twitch, unfortunately, because of the history of Twitch. Just the idea of a couple of dudes who made a website to stream their video game, and now it's being transformed into something that is closer than YouTube, where any type of influencer, any type of personality, and any type of content can be streamed on. But yeah, I wish I had like a solution or a list of things that to be more inclusive. But I don't really. I really don't, and I just observe how it is, and sometimes I'll make comment about it. But I think it's good to talk about it. It because it will open people's eyes, because you never realize it. There's a lot of subjects being discussed on the internet nowadays that people just straight up never thought about it, because they're not concerned. And it goes for everyone. Like for me, I'm 30, and there I'm still learning a lot of things on the internet every day about other people that that I interact with, but I just never knew that about them. And I think having that type of conversation is definitely important. If there's one thing we need to make sure doesn't happen, is that we're silenced basically when we have that type of conversation, because of course it makes people uncomfortable, but that's the point, that it's you're supposed to feel uncomfortable when something
Especially if
is
it hits really close to home. Yeah, it should be
exactly
kind of uncomfortable.
and I understand there's a big ego problem in everything, but at a certain point you need to allow yourself to learn new things, because it's the only way to evolve. Once you stop doubting yourself, you pretty much given up on learning anything, and
Right.
that means that, okay, now you know everything you need to know, you will never learn anything anymore. That shouldn't be the case. You should
You will never know everything.
absolutely,
Never. I'm
absolutely.
I'm and this is coming from someone who's turning 42 this year, which means I'm supposed to be the answer to life, universe, and everything. All right. 42 is the answer. I'm hitting that number and I still don't know everything. So we got a problem.
Yeah, but yeah, Twitch is very much on many aspects. Twitch is a very big reflection of um, of the general population, the education, and society.
But
We
it's
live
not
we live
because
in a
it's
society.
but you are right. It's not just Twitch though. You
Yeah,
see it on almost every form of social media. And it's kind of sad because if anybody tries to speak up, you have people who are like, oh, cancel them because they have an opinion, which is wrong. People are allowed to have opinions. People are allowed to look at things different than you. Things that should not be allowed are going to be things of hatred, racism, any hatred towards anybody just because of a different skin color, different hair color, different sexuality, different religion.
yeah,
That's just wrong.
yeah. Those are not opinions. Like, if in your opinion a certain group of people shouldn't have rights, that's not an opinion. That's just blatant. That's bigotry. That's
Right.
so.
And not to
And
mention, here in America, I'm sorry, but y'all need to really learn the difference between what you are calling your rights and what you really is just your privilege.
well, I'm glad I didn't
Sorry.
have to say it.
Oh, you don't have to. I'll say it for everybody because we all know it's true. Your reaction to what I said proved that I'm right, and that's all that's done. No.
That's for sure. No, there's a lot of discourse, but I feel like there's also a lot of progress, which is important to sometimes
Yeah,
also
it started
sit.
about 5 days ago.
I mean, there was progress before that, and then
Sorry.
it's a roller coaster. Okay, it's
It was too good of an opportunity. I had to take it. All right. Bam bam. Boom. I had to.
but yeah, there's I think it's important to sometimes sit down and appreciate the progress, like even the fact that certain conversations are happening, even if people are mad about the conversations and stuff like that. It's important to realize, wow, we are at a point where we can have those conversations, we can be heard, and things like that. And that's a good thing. We need to sometimes take it in and appreciate it too. But that doesn't mean we need to stop fighting by any
Right.
means. But it's good to sometimes take a step back and see where we're at, basically, and see where we
And in
came
case,
from and
and I do want
everything
to
and
say
where we're
something here
going.
real quickly. I want you to pay attention to something, especially if you're just tuning in and you don't know who Gael is. He's from France. So this isn't just being based here in the United States. We're talking globally and across all of our different societies. These are things that need to be taken care of. They do need to be talked about because having a voice and being able to see people that represent you, no matter what your color is, no matter what your sexuality is, no matter what your age is. Do you know how cool it is? I'm sorry, to find people my age doing some of the stuff that I do and then find a female that does it. Holy, that's like
Definitely.
And
uh,
so I just wanted to point out because everybody's like, oh, they're talking about the US again. No, we are making fun of the US because it's funny to make fun of it, even though I live here and I'm American. But I do want to point out that yes, this is something that's global and happens in all of the
yeah,
world that
to some
people
extent,
need to
yeah.
have a voice. Some
Something that I
places are worse than
realized
others.
last year is when there was the riots and stuff like that, is how many people really thought that it was just a U.S. thing, which is so weird because people would tell me, "Oh, don't worry. In my country, name random country in EU, this is not a problem." And I'm like, "It is very much a problem in your country. It might be different, but it is very, very, very much a problem in your country too." There,
Yes,
so many people. I had so many DMs telling me pretty much that invalidating my experiences and telling me that pretty much racism isn't is an American thing, and I'm like, what are you
racism
saying?
is not just an American thing.
It's
Racism is everywhere across the world and comes in so many ways. Racism
absolutely
is racism. End of story. Because
pretty much.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this. I am so sorry for people who go, well, you can't be racist against. Yes, you can be racist against a white person.
To counter that, I have to I gotta say, not in well, you can obviously, but administrative racism in developed countries such as France or the
Now,
United States,
yes,
okay, that administrative racism against white people in those developed countries on those metropoles do not exist. I think that is the debate, and people tend to kind of completely like lose sight of that. Basically, the argument is, oh, you can't be racist against white people. That's not what we're discussing. If we're talking globally, then yes, absolutely. But if we're talking administrative racism, like the global, that really has to do with the whole structure of a country, a developed country, such as the United States or France or most countries in Europe, then yeah, we can't sit down and say that you're not gonna get a job because on your resume you had a typical white name. You're not gonna get that apartment because they took a look at your last name and then refused it to you. I think that is the real argument, and people just say it, and then they argue with it, but they never specify it.
right,
I Racism definitely has its meaning, which is hatred based on color of the skin and race, and it goes both ways. It just doesn't go both ways in certain countries. And
right.
the United States is one of those countries. France is one of those countries. Germany is one of those countries. Basically, yeah.
It is sad, and
It's absolutely.
I mean, but one of the first things that a lot of people need to look at is, are you privileged? Am I privileged? Yeah, I'm white.
Am I privileged? Yeah, I make money. I have my own apartment. I'm a man. I'm also privileged.
He has 82.1 thousand subscribers. Yeah, he's privileged. No. To my 138, that's not 1,000. Yeah, no. But no,
It's
that's funny because a lot of people we go, well, obviously she's white, so she's the privileged one, but you're a man, so that also gives you a privilege
oh
because
yeah, totally.
man still trumps a female in today's day and age. So
Well,
there's women still fight to have a voice,
yes. In general,
just like
yes,
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 in general.
absolutely.
By the way,
I
real
can take a
quickly
walk
here,
at 2 a.m. without fearing for my life.
I'm not good either. I'm not good either with most games. I'm shy with talking publicly because how I feel about my oh, sweetie, since I had at a young age. But I'm learning to be confident, good around friends because they understand it, good, and have empathy and also go through the stuff I go through. Honey, loves, loves, nothing but love for you. I that is something that it bothers me when people talk about it, and I hear these horrible things about, you know, I'm afraid to come out or stuff like that. I if you ever want somebody to talk to, you can always talk to me. You can find me anywhere. The Amanda Gilliam is literally my name. Come find me. If you can't find me there, find me under my gamer tag, Lady Vader 79 on either Steam or PlayStation. I am here for you. I will always be here for you guys, because I have some friends that they have given me some amazing stories. Like, I had this one friend, he was married, but he was transgender, and I'm using he in the past tense of when he was a he. Now he's a she and identifies with she. And it was really rough for their family and the kids and the wife. And luckily they had the happy ending where everybody was understanding at the end of it, and they stayed together with the kids and everything. But that was a really hard time for her at, going through that transition period. And I was so happy, because when they finally were able to make their transition and they got their surgery, the happiness of the weight lifted off of their shoulders because they could finally be who they are was so, man, it made me cry. They're like, "Why are you crying?" Because I'm so happy for you. So, Tugger, you need a friend to give you some support. I'll give you support. I got your back. Loves you. Tugger's like, okay, this person already loves me. When did this happen? Because that's what this is about. But no, I do see people's things, and I do agree with you. Things do need to be discussed, because if we don't talk about it, nothing changes.
Yeah, yeah, and people need to to doubt or just to agree to learn from time to time, and in order to learn, sometimes you also, I think that's also very important, and it doesn't sound really good, but sometimes you'll need to learn to shut up and listen. So, especially especially when you've had the mic the whole time. You know what I mean? It's like if someone is telling you that you're doing some if someone is telling you that you're doing something wrong, take into account what they're saying and reevaluate yourself. You need to always be reevaluating yourself in order to learn, because if you don't, then you just don't learn. You're just stuck in one type of mentality. Of course, you can have principles and all of that, but if they're challenged by very good arguments, then you need to also be able to to change for the better,
Right. I
the
mean,
best.
I would not have become this perfection that you see before you if I didn't take a few little tweaks of changing. Now that I am perfection,
It's funny because I actually, those are things that I don't necessarily discuss on my stream, or on my
so
YouTube
I waited
channel.
for yours to do it. No.
No, pretty like I talk about them in private a lot. I talk about them a lot with my friends, even with strangers. But on stream, when it comes to my content, I don't know. I really want to make my content about the creativity and about the passion, the love for the art and stuff like that. So I I'm not saying that I don't take a stand, but I don't make my content about that, basically. If someone comes to my content and wants to talk about race, it like while I'm live, it's not the right time for me, because
Right.
while I'm live, I'm being creative. I'm talking about creativity. I'm being passionate. Like we're not seeing it. It really doesn't matter, basically. My content is not has nothing to do with my fight against this or that. But at the same time, I let people know my position on certain things. There are certain things, if I see some sort of trend that I'm really not okay with, I'll let everyone know, hey, I know like nowadays the cool thing on the internet is to call people that name, or to hate on a certain group of people. There's none of that on my chat, and
No.
from now on, let's move on, basically.
Yeah.
which happens a lot on Twitch.
Right.
Every
And
other week there is someone
And
we're
that's why
hating, and I don't like that.
having a community and people that you could trust, be like, hey, can you watch this chat for me? Because I didn't realize there's this many people in there, and mute these people and notify me if I need to go. Yo, listen here. You did not read the rules and regulations before you started chatting. Do not make me ban you for the love of God, because I will. I've already experienced that. I was actually doing an interview and somebody started in on my guest and nope. And they went, where'd
Yeah.
they go? And I went, oh, I banned them instantly. No one comes in with hate on my channel ever. Because
That's how you got to deal with it.
it I had the interview all set up. It had been planned for about 2 months. And then the Black Lives Matter movement happened, and he happened to be African American, and they just started bashing on him and bashing on me because obviously I was doing it to get into the whole BLM to get the views. No, I've known this man for like 8 years. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Actually, funny thing, you're the second person ever in history to be on my podcast that I didn't know before I reached out for the podcast.
Oh.
Everybody else has been friends of mine for like 10 years.
Okay.
And you're my first Twitch YouTube content creator.
Yay.
Seriously, because like if you look at a lot of my other shows, it is comic book creators because like I've said before, I work for the Gym City and the Champion City Comic Con. It's actually part of their sponsorship with me is I run their shows.
Oh,
I run all of their social media. I handle all of the emails. Yeah, I'm in charge. I run their panels. I help with the setups. Yeah. So a lot of my guests are comic book creators. Look at you saw who my sponsors were. Comic book. You're a gamer. Yeah, don't. It is what it is. I'm not getting rid of them. I really like my free comic books.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
But no, it is important, I think, for these things, like you said, to be discussed. And I do agree with you. When you're streaming and you're playing a game, may not be the time. But a podcast like this, where we're actually doing kind of an interview and letting people get to know you, now's a great opportune time for someone to be like, hey, can I talk about this? Yeah. If you're not spreading hate, yes, you could talk about it. And I don't think you know how to spread hate, so I think you're safe. I've watched so much of your content now, getting ready for this, and it's like, I don't think he knows I know he knows what the word hate is, but I don't think he knows how to ever really express it.
I'm not a big fan of hate, let's say. Every time there's drama and stuff like that on Twitch, I try to stay away from it because again, it's not the message that I'm trying to give. It's not where my content is. It's not, it doesn't have to do anything with me. Every time there's some weird drama with Twitch, people will ask me for my advice because they watch my content and they would love to know what I think about stuff. And most of the time I just answer, who cares? Like I really don't care. Like someone said something and that opinion was, I don't care. I really don't care. It doesn't affect my content. And I think people should spend more time working on their stuff and minding their business, basically.
So real quickly, to all you amazing people over in the chat, Tugger and Ziggy and Nick A and John Z Boy, thank you guys so much for the follow, and thank you for bringing me up to 100 followers on my channel.
Oh, nice! Congrats!
Yay! Party for you guys. If I actually had money, I would give you money. All I could do is give you virtual money. So here, I will throw virtual money at you guys. There, that's all I could do. Sorry. That's all I got. I sit at home and I play video games and I do podcasts. That's all I do. I have no money. Some of us don't have that 82.1 thousand subscribers.
Yeah.
I was just like, I didn't even pay attention. I was looking. I was like, oh, he's got about 10,000 on Twitch. Didn't even pay attention to YouTube. He might come to the show. Sent you the email out. Went over. More money, more problems. Ziggy's all hyping, and Colton is more money, more problems. And then I went over to YouTube channel. I was like, I wonder how many YouTubers. Oh, he's not going to answer back that email. And then you answered back the email, and I went. But again, this just kind of tells you that a lot of times when you meet people like sorry, I just messed up your name. I'm
No,
going with
that
it.
works. That works. Gael.
You know, it's French. It can be feminine. It's all right. Um, seriously, some of the names back when we were in French class, and I'm like, oh, that name's kind of cool in French. That name's kind of cool in French. Your name is Anique. That name is not cool in French. Can I get another one? Like, I really don't like my French name. No. Um, but you really are who you say you are. So even though I was still in shock that you answered back, and you're like, I'd love to do. Okay. I still had to go through that moment of why? Why are you doing
Would
my
have been
show?
so weird if I showed up and I was completely different. I was all mad the whole time.
What do you want to know? I've got more important things to do, like ripping people apart because they don't know how to use the About Me section on their Twitch channel. Okay, bye. All right, everybody.
True though, but only on Fridays.
That's all right. Friday's coming. I need to put my channel on hiatus. I was like, I wonder if he's looked at it because he's gonna be like, hey, you pace your anger. uh, so of course, I know that you don't have a schedule, but is there any game that's coming up that you're looking forward to being able to play?
I think for the first time in a long time, I'm able to answer yes to that question. I don't really get excited about most of the games that come out, but it's funny because I know there's a lot of big names that are coming out. The game that I'm the most excited about is Little Nightmares 2.
Ooh,
That's coming out in February 13th, I think. And that's all I'm excited about. I really, really, really enjoyed the first one. It's kind of a platformer horror game, so right up my alley. I really, really, really love the artwork. Everything about this game is just amazing. It has this independent game feel, and yeah, it's great. The second installment is coming out, and I'm super excited. I'll definitely be playing it.
yes, the stream reviews Fridays are dope to watch. Just don't ask him to be on your podcast, then watch that for the first time, and then go panic and try to fix everything. It's really embarrassing. You're just like, oh, yeah. I mean, I think that was like I said, I went to your YouTube channel, which has been extremely helpful, and I think you're in my need to know list. So like every video that actually has anything to do with me and what I want to do, that's in my need to know, need to know, need to know, and it's all you. I think there's like
Nice.
one other. I think there's like one random thing, and I think it's for Ark Survival.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't seen you play Ark Survival, so
Nah.
you didn't get that spot.
Fun like it's funny because well, Ark is not my type of like it's not the type of game that I would enjoy. But when it came out, the only reason why I refused to play it was because of the UI design. I absolutely hate the UI in this game. I don't know if it was made by a graphic designer, but it doesn't seem like it was a no offense to whoever worked on it, but like the text, the way it shows and stuff, I really dislike it. It
It's really,
really doesn't look good.
it
It's like
looks
the
much better
font,
now.
everything. I hope so for them, but wow, it looks so bad.
It doesn't matter because we're getting part two, so yay! See, and that's where it's funny is like you'll see like the games that I stream are going to be like Fortnite and Dead by Daylight and things like that. And I'm okay. I'm not great. You
Hmm.
put me in a game like Ark Survival, 7 Days to Die, and I will dominate.
Hmm.
Though survival games are my
Really?
niche. I don't know what it is. And it's funny because everybody's like, so you play Minecraft? No, I don't like Minecraft.
Um,
I
I
like I like see Minecraft. I can just dig a hole, fill it up, and the bad guys can't get me. In Ark, if I you can't dig, you have to build a house, and if you forget to put a door on it, the Dilophosaurus is walking into your house and eating you. Even if you're logged off and asleep, he's going to eat you.
it's funny because I really don't enjoy games that feel like work. Basically, any games where you have to gather stuff in order to do stuff. I'm like, I could be gathering stuff in real life and doing stuff in real life right now.
You are gathering. You're gathering followers,
It's
subscribers.
exactly. So when I'm
It's the
doing it in a
perfect
game,
game.
I feel like I'm wasting my time basically.
And see, for me, I feel accomplished. Ooh, look, I built a box.
It's
Eventually, that
I
box turns into a giant castle over the waterfall. So
I
yes, I feel
wish
accomplished.
I'm almost jealous because I wish I could get enjoyment from it, but I just can't. I was playing this game Elder Scrolls Online, and there's a part where my character needed to learn woodworking, and it's a daily thing. So every day I would get my characters to some place, and my character would pretend to be learning woodworking. And I was so fed up with it that I was like, I could be learning woodworking in real life with the time that I'm spending in this game. So I stopped playing and I actually learned woodworking in real life. And
Yeah,
now I know woodworking.
the stream reviews he has are really cool. Love to watch people's channels to know how creative they are with matching different overlay packs. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. So I have one of Gael's packs, but because I don't have the OBS, I haven't figured out how to put it up onto Twitch itself. So I'm
Mm,
using this extension that gives me the slight overlay that I'm
yeah.
using right now. Uh, just I don't. It's okay, but it's blue.
Mm.
I don't like
Oh,
blue,
yeah.
and they only have blue or orange, so I went with blue
Oh, okay.
because I'm like, I was trying to watch a video. I'm like, where is he? I'm lost. Where am I? I quit. And then I realized, oh, he's in OBS and he's putting it in OBS and OBS. So I put it, I
Yeah.
installed it on OBS, but it's like, I can record it with it on OBS. So my recordings actually have the layout that I have from you.
Mm.
But when I go to stream, it's like, nah, sweetheart. For every time I try to stream, OBS lasts 5 minutes and goes, no, thank you. Okay, so you'll record a 6-hour video, but you can't let me stream an
Can't
hour.
stream.
What is the matter with you?
Oh.
It's so heartbreaking. Because trust me, if I could get OBS to stream, that's it. Y'all could just come and stay because I'll be. Where's Amanda? She's probably playing Ark and she's probably still on Twitch. When does she start? Probably at 6 o'clock in the morning. What time is it? 30 minutes before we go live at 10:30 at night. Oh, okay. I would do it. I wouldn't even care.
There's people that do sleeping streams. Where you
I
stream
gotta
themselves
clock into
sleeping.
work, but hope stream goes well. Had fun listening. Thank you, Apple Pie. Have fun at work. Don't let it stress you out. But yeah, that would be my life if I could figure out why OBS hates me. But then again, I don't even. I know how to turn on and off the computer.
That's good. That's a good start.
Like I was watching one of your videos. You're like, yes, well the this of that and that, and I'm like, huh? Can you put that in English?
Yeah, there's
It's
definitely
like
an order to watch the videos. Like,
I'm just like, huh? It's like, what was it? A friend of mine made fun of me because we're like, okay, so you know what a RAM is? And I was like, yes, that's what happens in the bedroom when you meet somebody. They went, no, on your computer. Why would you RAM your computer? Won't that damage it? Okay, you need to go way into basics. Hmm. That's there's my extended computer knowledge. I can turn it off and on. That's it. You gotta understand. I come from the world of box. When we were able to get a computer, it was yellow and it was a box.
oh yeah, yeah. My
The
first
enormous,
computer was an
the
old
enormous
computer like
12-inch
that.
screen.
Like my parents refused to buy me like a computer with Windows, so they bought me one of those old ones that used to run on MS-DOS, and they were like, if you can use this, we'll buy you a good one. So I taught myself how to use it, and then they bought me a good one, and it was like Windows 98. That's how it all started.
I still have my very first laptop. I could still use it. Funny thing, it has dial-up on it.
What?
You would have a field day going, what in the world is with this
How does
woman
it still
internet?
work?
Dial up, oh Lord. It lets you choose. Do you want to connect via the internet or do you want to connect via dial up? And I have to click internet because if I don't, it will try. Dial up first.
Wow. I think only my first PC had dial-up.
Oh,
And
honey,
that's it.
I don't know if you remember, I still have the discs from AOL.
The what was it, the floppy disk?
No, 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 no. So back in the early days of internet, before all of this, where you would get the AOL discs, so you can have 30 days of
Oh
internet.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I still have those.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
they're collectibles. I have a Lord of the Rings one, a Star
Uh,
Wars one.
wow.
That's the collector in me, though.
Do you like do you have like an Excel sheet to keep tabs on all the things that you own, or?
I actually do have so I have two external hard drives over here that are connected to the PC. One I use to help with the videos that I do when I do record videos. The other one actually has all of my documents in it.
Wow.
So yes, everything that I own, every collectible, from figures to comic books to my games and game systems, because I
Oh
have my
God.
Atari 2600, I have my ColecoVision, I have my Sega Saturn, I have my Nintendo, I have those and their games is all stored into that hard drive right there.
But the big question is, do you have an estimate of the
On how
worth of
much?
everything with inflation?
No, because some of the stuff I can't price. And I'll tell you about that when we're done because I'm not gonna get it. Because there's stuff I'm not supposed to have. With letters they say please destroy after using for promotion, and I went,
Oh my God.
no, this is mine. Thank you.
Because I have a friend who collects stuff like that, but he also collects like special edition consoles that come out with specific games, and from old to new.
See, boom, Star Wars, PS4 Pro.
Oh my God.
I also have the
And
Star Wars PS4, and then I have the Star Wars Xbox 360.
oh my God. And he would yeah, he also had like an Excel spreadsheet and everything. And he actually had an estimate, and it was a lot. It was a lot of money.
Once upon a time, for the longest time, because it started off with a notebook, because again, I didn't grow up with computers, so it started off with notebooks. So it was all color coordinated and handwritten down, which eventually got turned into that, which is still color coordinated. Um, this and I still lean into my notebooks. I like this is my breeding for the babies that I'm doing in ARC. Um, I have to keep their stats perfect. So yeah. Um,
How many fire extinguishers do you have in that room?
um, the
Actually,
kitchen's that way and it's over there.
okay.
Look, there's nothing gonna happen to this room. Okay,
I'm not saying anything.
this is my home. Like, you want to see my bed? Look, it's right there. That's where I sleep. That's where I eat. This is where I work. And this is where I enjoy my home.
So
I
you're
don't leave this room.
so you're saying that if the room goes, you go with it,
Well,
basically.
yeah, because I mean, Baby Yoda's in here, the PS4 Pro's in here, the computer's in here. I gotta grab this stuff, man.
It's your Titanic.
Pretty much. But yeah, I used to have something like that. I think I stopped. So what year did I stop? 2010, because it just got excessive.
Oh,
But from 1988 to 2010, I would add to this. I would add to. I had I had different spreadsheets. So I had my list, and the list I still update. So the list gets updated, what it is, the year that it came out, what manufacturer, blah 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 blah, and the price that it was originally sold for at the store. Its original marked price,
okay.
all the way up until 2010. I would have each year. So like
Oh,
1999, da 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 da. Every year you would have that, and then it would have the price that I bought it at, and then the price that it was selling for at that year. And I would have at the end if my prices went up, if my prices went down. Each of the individual things had little arrows going up or down. I went
wow.
extreme with the collection.
Some actual accountant work right there.
Um, I really like being organized and clean. It's
It's nice.
Stop stepping on my stuff, cat. It drives me insane. Go find a box somewhere. You're on my VHSs. Get off of those. What, you don't have a VHS?
I don't even well, I have CDs. I don't have anything in here that can even play a CD. Like I
Wait, the computers no longer play CDs?
uh not not really actually.
Oh, crap.
I think I recently I was rebuilding a computer out of an old one, and I realized that it had a CD player in it, but I never took out like the slot in the PC case to have access to it. So it was locked in there like a secret CD player inside of my computer. I'm like, wow, I've never used that. No, it was a DVD player. So even DVDs, I don't. Yeah, like
Oh, yeah, I remember the good old days. You put on that, and you had the CD players in the PC. You get those nice little discs, put those in there. Then you find LimeWire or something. Be like, okay, I want this on this on this on this
yeah.
on this on this song and this song. Yeah, those are the good old days.
Indeed.
People are like, what's LimeWire? This is how you got music before there was YouTube, and you can
Pretty
make a
much.
YouTube playlist.
Before Spotify.
Yeah, before Spotify. Or being able to just run around and play your playlist on your phone. There was no
Yeah.
playlist on the phone. Hell, our idea of cool phones was, oh my God, I got a razor.
Oh yeah, true. I had one.
I'm like, oh, I'm in my 20s, almost my 30s. Wah, I am cool now. I have a razor. Mine's red. Yeah, baby.
Flip phones. See, they're bringing them
Didn't
back
the
now.
razor try to make a comeback or something?
Yeah, it didn't work apparently.
So obviously.
But I see a lot of other companies are trying to bring back like flip phones, but they're, with touch screens, and I don't think it will ever feel the same.
No, it's not going to be the same. I'm going to be honest. The nerd in me just kept running around my flip phone like it was a tricorder, and I was like, "Hey, Star Trek. Hey, what's up, Scotty? What's going
Oh yeah, I
on?"
love the sliding ones too. It was so cool.
Oh,
But
Blackberry's funk.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, blackberries. And I think like just the movement when you're when you're hanging up is so good. I think that's the thing, and the noise it makes, and the fact that you can do it harder depending on your mood. You're not gonna do that with $1,000 phone like with
No,
a
you're not.
screen attached to it. You're
No,
gonna break
no,
it.
you're not. But that was always good. Oh, I'm sorry. Boring conversation. I didn't really want to talk to you. It's all right. What happened? I accidentally hit it. One of the newest flip phones makes me cringe. The one where the screen literally bends into two. What?
Yeah, Yeah, they bend the screen now. It's it's insane. I think Samsung got one. There's some other companies. Yeah, flexible screens. I don't think anyone ever asked for that, but it's out now. It's new.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. What is this horrible? What the?
It looks like a broken phone for you.
What?
It's not the same. It'll never be the same.
That's just wrong. It looked like somebody bent it in half, and if I'm not careful
Yeah.
enough with it, it's just gonna go into two.
Yeah.
Besides, the great thing about the flip phones was you had the actual buttons. And I will say I sometimes miss having actual buttons on my phone
Same.
because back in those days I delivered pizzas partially. So I could be on my phone driving looking for an apartment, and because you had the raised button numbers, I could sit there and text somebody and nobody knew any different. I was bad. I was like, now it's like because I'm really peculiar. I don't, when it comes to texting, and any of my friends will tell you this, I try to be very proper. I'm using commas and periods, and very rarely do I do like WTH or WTF or
Oh, yeah.
LOLs or LOLs. Like it's
Yeah.
only like it's like, oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Half of my friends are in their 20s and early 30s, and I'm the old person here, and I should stop looking like I'm old. Especially when I talk to my baby sister, and it's like, lols, is this right? Are you sure?
Yeah, I try to do the same. I try to not abbreviate too much, especially when it just doesn't make sense to abbreviate. Sometimes there's like an alternative way of saying it, but it's the exact same number of syllables, so you're not saving anything. So yeah, I don't want to lose the little bit of grammar I have left.
It's just funny, and I appreciate you for typing out your words. I appreciate you for that. There's very few people who do that anymore. Of course, if you ever type me and you go, well, I and no, it's that name first, then I don't. No, 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 no. Like that is a trigger for me. It's like you did not.
Yeah.
You just didn't do that to me, did you? Like I won't catch it in a conversation, but if you type it, I will catch it in a heartbeat. I'm like, you do realize that's a trigger, like your,
Oh
and all
yeah.
those other things. Like no, those are triggers.
I love it because I'm French, and it's so weird to like talk to native English speakers, and they don't know the difference between your and your or there and there, and I know the difference. I'm like, it's not even my language, and I know how to write it properly.
It is funny, and it's something that a lot of people, you kind of have to start training yourself to do it. You have to be like, okay, you are is you apostrophe re, and your
Yeah,
means your.
yeah.
You're an awesome YouTuber.
My what?
But no, again, I think you're fabulous. I
Thank you.
obviously I'm not the only one. All these amazing people that came here to support you being on this show, going, "What are you doing over there?" But I think it's absolutely amazing what you do. The support that you give everybody, whether, and like I said, whether they have $5 or $5,000, you find a way to go, hey, don't just sit there and wait. You don't have a PC, but you have a console. Consoles allow you to stream. Get on it. If we find, I remember one of the first videos of yours I ever saw was like, if I find anything that works with consoles, that works with Twitch, I'll let you know. And you're one of the reasons why I was able to find, yeah, there's some really cool stuff that you can use with the consoles. You did a video
Yeah,
on that. You know, you're the
absolutely.
reason why I was able to make emotes, because you're like, hey, just take a picture, go here, do this, now make your sizes, download it, and then upload it to Twitch. You don't have to be an artist. Use a picture.
Yeah,
Your face. A lot of people will take your face and turn that in. They like those as memes, or not memes, but emotes, which has actually got me working on something actually a little bit better than the two little bitty ones that I have, because they were just something that I had. But then I found this really cool thing. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's called Snapchat. Oh my God, I can look so cute in those pictures.
yeah.
Just so
Use
you
some
know,
filters.
I just found Snapchat last week.
Where I I stopped using Snapchat like 2 years ago.
I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not creating any stories. I'm just checking out all the filters going, will that make a cute emote? Will that make a cute emote? Will that make a cute emote? Will that make a cute That's all I'm doing with it.
Wow.
It's now the new emote maker.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
It's not about no, it's a great idea even. It's I wish
Cool. You can
everyone
use that in your
would
next
think like
video.
that.
There you go. See, now I'm helping you make content.
Pretty much. But
Well,
yeah, I wish like everyone was that creative and more people would figure things out. It's really like in the age of the internet like that. It's not complicated, you know? We have access to everything at all times.
look, Tug, I totally get what you're saying there, that you don't like getting you tell your face to look better without those filters. But I was sitting in the dead of the night, drunk, with no makeup on, after being sick for 2 days, and went, "Hey, I look like I'm 16. That was great." And I sent the picture to my mom, and she even goes, "You look like you're 16. Don't ever post that again. I'm not going through that again. I had to live through you through your teens. We're not doing this again." Oh, cool. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for letting everybody know on social media your daughter was a hoe when she was in her teens. But I kind of want the animal ones, because I want to see if I can the natural beauty in a drunk mood. you you want to see tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, um, which is what, 4 hours and 13 minutes from now, on Twitch. I do the Crew podcast, where yes, I will have a bottle and I drink during the stream, because it's just me and all the people that I play with, just chilling and chatting and doing what we do and looking back and just being ourselves. And so I get to be more laid back and not have to have that per persona. Like there's still, even though yes, I'm having fun with you, we're having a really relaxed conversation and stuff, there's still, I am still hosting you. You're still my guest. There's
Yeah.
still a level that I have to stay at. This one, I don't have to stay at that level. For all,
Yeah.
it's a don't care. I will get up in the middle of it and go, I'll be right back. I gotta pee. You guys entertaining. You get to see me walk away like, bye. Don't care. This is mine. That I can't do here. But that's the one you want. You can see natural beauty in drunk mode if you want. But what I'm looking for is, I'm looking for the right pet pick, because I thought it'd be really cute if I could find one that has kind of the right ears and the right nose. Use that, and then see if I could go in and color it to the Fizzgig colors, and kind of combine me and my dog together as an emote. I thought
Oh,
that'd be cute.
yeah. I mean, you can try. In order to see the result,
And then when I
you'll
see
have
the
to
result,
try.
go, nope, no, thank you, I quit. But no, again, I can't thank you enough, because it never would have dawned on me to even use Snapchat to get those facial things, because I'm like taking pictures like this, and I'm like, I really do not like the way that I look in these. How do I? Okay, now if I just change. I can use some tape here.
Yeah, they also have that thing called the Snapcam where you can actually have live filters while you're streaming. And yeah, there's a lot of people that use them. I personally think they're a little too much, but hey,
I
it's creative.
I'll be honest, I actually have no problem. It's funny. Picture, I cannot stand a still photo of me, but doing this doesn't bother me at all. It's why if I could get either OBS to start working and then I could get Elgato to where I can actually stream from the PS4 into here,
Yeah,
that would be cool. If not, if I can at least get the PS4 camera, I'd be back to doing it. I'd at least have the webcam for everything.
yeah.
First
Wait,
thing is trying to figure out OBS so I can start streaming from my
wait.
PC.
What webcam are you using right now?
This is a Logitech from 2012.
Have you ever tried plugging it into your PlayStation?
There's no free hole in my PlayStation.
Oh,
I know that sounded well.
yeah. When you say it like that,
There's no use. Let me let let
okay,
let let,
okay.
let me
I got
let
you. I
me
got
let me
you.
fix this and try this one again. Oops. There's no empty USB port.
There you
There
go.
we go. Checks comments. Okay, she's good. Keeps going. um. So with the PlayStation PS4, even though it has the 3 USB ports, unlike the regular PlayStation, which only has the two, the one port is for the wireless headset.
Oh, I see.
And I really like this wireless headset. It lets me control everything here, and it really has been fantastic with keeping me from having peak spiky levels.
Okay, yeah, I see.
The other, I the other one actually holds the USB cord for charging, and then the last one holds the USB for the external hard drive.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because with 178 games on my PS4, I needed an external hard drive.
Wow.
Why?
Why? When do you even?
I
how
don't,
how
but I
many of
have
them have
them
you even tried?
a lot.
Wow.
We've done a lot of so PlayStation has like their free games, and we've tried a couple of them. There's an old stream where we tried this thing called Spelunker World, and in the stream we're like everybody, we're all playing it. We're all streaming it back on YouTube back in the old days. So this was like 2012, 2013.
Mhm.
And the whole group as a whole went, "Yeah, this game sucks. We quit. Y'all have a great night. Bye," and just ended the stream. We would, so we made like a random game day where we would try out the free games on the PlayStation. And even when you delete it, PlayStation doesn't delete it completely. It stays in your library, which reeks.
Oh,
But PlayStation always gives out 2 free games a month. I'm gonna take them. Why not?
two free games. How much is the?
$60 a month,
No way.
or no, $60 a year. Sorry,
Okay.
not month, year.
Oh,
Yeah,
I am
the
scared. There.
PlayStation Plus is $60 a year. But if you wait till like for Thanksgiving Day sales or after Thanksgiving Day sales, you could get that for like 30-40 bucks for
Oh,
the year. And then PlayStation always does anywhere between 2 to 3 free games every month. And then of course it takes care of you being able to game online with your friends.
okay. Yeah,
You got
that's
PlayStation?
decent. No, I have. I was trying to compare it with something called the Humble Bundle on the PC, where you actually get 10 games per month, but it's $12 per month though. Pretty much
Ah.
the price of Netflix. But I never play those games, so I just end up giving them away during my streams.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and even then they still stack. Oh, I think I probably have like 100 of them, just waiting, because I always forget about it.
I'll be honest, the big thing for me, and as much as I love my PlayStation, more and more people that I meet, like you and other people, they're either really PC players or they're Xbox players.
Oh, really?
So we're and don't get me wrong, PlayStation has this ability to do amazing things with their exclusives. So there's still, there's still I like to have my PlayStation so I could play like Miles Morales.
Yeah.
But when it comes to gaming and being able to collab, I'm looking at getting the Xbox Game Pass because that works with PC since
Yeah.
Microsoft owns the PC and Xbox. So
Mm.
I'm able to get the Xbox games on the PC.
Yeah. That's I think I did that for a month. I wanted to play Sea of Thieves, and I just got the pass, and Sea of Thieves was free, and I think it was like it was a
Did you do a
promo,
pirate
and I had it
voice?
for like a I actually got it to play with a friend, so she already had her pirate ship and everything. But yeah, I did do a pirate voice.
Good. Yes,
Always.
that's my boy. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. If you play Sea of Thieves and you don't do a pirate voice, even if it's a bad pirate voice, you don't get the right to play the game.
Yeah.
I'm kind of adamant about that.
Yeah, kind of like role playing a little bit.
And it's just one of the things. It's like if you play a zombie, you can't be like, "Hey, can I eat your brains?" No, yep. And again, that's one of the things where people are like, "Okay, so are you an entertainer or a gamer?" I'm both. For me, I actually would prefer watching somebody like you role playing, doing a voice as a pirate, still enjoying the game
Yeah.
and still playing the game, versus someone who goes, "Okay, guys, so here we are on the high seas. Great.
Cool.
Where's your R's and mateys and why is there no rum? Why is all the rum gone? What's going on here? Somebody fix this person, please." Like, I don't know. There's something about being able to enjoy watching someone play, which is just as fun as watching them play.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, I could watch people race in GTA all day. Oh, look, that's nice. Watching your friends smack each other off of the course so they can win the race is a heck of a lot funnier.
True. Definitely.
But I also think that people need to know what their strengths and weaknesses are.
Absolutely.
Like for you, what's one of your great strengths?
Oh, I can talk for days. And I don't need other people to talk for days. So that's definitely a strength. If my chat is dead, the conversation is still going and with just as much passion, basically.
Yes, which I love. I love. You actually gave me one of the greatest tips ever. Hide that number counter.
Yeah. This is the best tip. That is the most important thing that a small streamer can do is hide it.
Because it doesn't matter if no one's watching or if everyone's watching.
Absolutely.
You should always still be at your peak. Because, I mean, if not, then because here's the thing is remember, your stream is still up on Twitch. People can still come across it and find it. Do you really want them to be like, "Hey, we're back. No one's watching. I don't care. Whatever. Ugh. No one likes me. I'm a horrible streamer. Nobody watches my content." No one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear it. I'm sorry.
And it's funny because they say, "Oh, why should I talk if no one is watching?" And I usually go to their channel and look at the number of views that they have on the channel, and they have thousands of views, but they think that no one watching is because people show up and they see a boring stream and then they leave. Like, duh, you know?
Yeah.
Uh, and they just choose to ignore that those stats. Like they see that their channel has 2,000 views but 2 followers. Like there's an issue.
I used to be like that when I started out. Aw. See, he's amazing. You are amazing. Again, look at all the people that you've helped in your amount of time be better.
Sure.
I probably still be like, okay, hi. And there's always going to be things that, I get nervous. I'll be honest. I'm sitting here going, okay, for the last couple of days, he hasn't answered the email. He hasn't answered the email. Are
Oh
we
yeah.
still going to do this? I'm afraid. I made this really cool art to promote this, and he hasn't answered me back. Did you
I was
see what
actually
I did you see
thinking.
what I made, by the way?
Yeah, I saw it. I I was actually thinking about that today. I was like, oh, I should really answer or say, "Hey, cool, thank you," just to ease her mind. She might think that I might not show up or something like that. Oh,
And
sweet.
then and then I'm sitting here like, okay, so I'll be on at 30 minutes till. He's like, okay, cool, thanks. Okay, well, at least he's gonna be on. We can promote it. Okay, cool. Get it out on Facebook. Get it out on Twitter. Get it out on Instagram. Get my sponsors to retweet and do all that. Okay, cool. Done. 1:30. Oh, he'll probably show up 15 minutes. 1:45. Did I get the times wrong? So you will, and it doesn't matter whether it's you. I I will do this even in my crew podcast that I do on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Why is nobody here? Where is everybody? Guys, we start in like 5 minutes. Where are you? Oh my God, I'm panicking. Or right before we start a stream, even though I'm not on the camera, there's still the butterflies in my stomach. Okay, I want a good show tonight. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Guys, can you stop talking for 5 seconds so I could do the 5 second countdown so we can start the stream? Come on, guys.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the biggest leap anybody will ever make, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, is just doing it.
That's true. That's true. I think the most the advice that I give the most often is just do it. You know, people come to me, they're like, "Hey, what is the best editing software to make videos?" And I tell them, if you wanted to make videos, you wouldn't be in my chat asking me what's the best software. You're procrastinating. You're lying to yourself, but I won't take it. Basically, I won't take it. It's You're not waiting for Gael Level's opinion for you to start making videos. No, that's not
Mm-mm.
true. You're just beating around the bush. You're trying to find an excuse to not start. If you really wanted to, you would go on Google, you would type that same question. It would take you 5 minutes to download whatever software, and you would start making videos. But if you're sitting and
Yeah.
asking, "Oh, what's better, Streamlabs or Stream Elements or OBS and blah blah blah," like I don't take those kind of questions seriously because they just mean that someone is thinking. There's no thinking about stuff. Either you want to do it or you don't.
Aw, you don't take Tugger stuff either? What's the matter with you?
Tugger, I've been only nice to Tugger today. Tugger should appreciate that.
Again, we're going back to he already clipped it, so no matter what you do at this point, he's got it clipped. So. Yeah, I have to agree, don't. If you want to, it's very easy if you're going to go from your PC has made it quite easy. I know people who stream from Steam, they stream from Discord, they stream from OBS. Because I'm having complications with OBS, I'm actually looking into going ahead and doing it from the Discord, since that's what we're all using anyway to talk to each other when we're making the content.
Yeah,
So that's the next thing that I'm going to look at is okay. I can't. The OBS doesn't want to do it. Is Discord going to be able to do it? If not, is there something like OBS that will work? But if you have a console, just do it.
yeah,
If I don't know what you're waiting for, matter of fact, it's probably less nerve wracking because you don't have to also look at a camera and talk to somebody
true.
unless you have the camera set up and you want to. You just push that share button, put in a title, and go. And that's what I did. That's how I started. And then I was still doing my podcast. My podcast wasn't even on here yet. My podcast was still on another channel when I started doing the gaming stuff. The
Yeah,
podcast came second, as a new technology was available. I learned how to use it. And then I moved from TalkShoe to here.
hmm.
And now it all goes here because I got affiliated and I went, yes, please. And now everything goes on to here. I signed that contract. Yes, I want to be an affiliate. Here's my content. Everything can wait 7 days and then it can go on YouTube after it's been edited.
Yeah.
A lot less stress and complications on console. I miss those days. I still stream from my PS4, so you don't have to deal with this ugly mug. You just have to listen to the squeaky chipmunk voice while I play video games screaming, "Stop shooting me!"
When I
It's
first started
welcome.
streaming, I started streaming on PC, but I had a capture card with an Xbox 360, so I would play Xbox 360 games back then, and that was the my first streams. It was Xbox 360 games. It was GTA, Battlefield 3. Um, yeah, it was great. Good old days.
Oh, the good old days. Now, now everything's PC. Even though I'm actually quite impressed. A friend of mine started their Twitch channel. He's streaming his Atari 2600.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know how
Oh
he worked
yeah.
that one
Wow.
out. I'm like, what? You're lucky I can put a web camera attached to my PC. How'd you get an Atari 2600 hooked up to it? And he tried to explain it to me. I was like, never mind. No, 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 no. You've done said one too many too big words. You might understand them. I don't. So of course, obviously, I know you got to get going and everything, and I've just had such a great time talking to you. Is there anything else that you want to tell anybody about where they can find you or anything like that?
um, yeah, just on YouTube, Gael Level on YouTube, and I sell my overlays. I sell my overlays on gumroad.com/Gael Level.
I don't
And
have that link.
oh
Sorry.
yeah,
Um, I think I can grab it though. It shouldn't your link should be on your about you page, right?
yeah, it's the handle
Got
that
it.
says free
Bam,
overlays.
bam, 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 bam. Overlays! Get your
Nice.
free overlays over
There you go.
here. Right here, ladies and gentlemen. Free or 99-cent overlays. Right here. You need to get these. He is amazing. He has everything from color schemes, because remember, your color is very important. He'll tell you this.
It is. Right now, I'm actually rocking my color schemes right now in my apartment.
Hmm.
They actually match the background of the image that you put. You know,
Yeah,
always.
yeah. I mean, even though you see him in the purple and the turquoise in the background, that's because he's there. And I also want to represent his colors. You see red everywhere when it comes to me.
Yeah, true.
It's everywhere. Red's my color. It's been my color since I was 3. It's gonna be my color when I'm 333. Them's the rules. And not paid. I mean, I went and got. Yeah, they are fantastic. As a matter of fact, we're gonna do this. We're gonna show people why they need to go to here. So check this stuff out, guys. He's got some amazing. That was just so cute.
I need to make more cute ones.
But he's got. I mean, you look for him, and he's got something for everybody. Let's see. Look, there you go. Cool little templates. I think that you had an Overwatch one. Here's a Soldier 2 one here. That's really pretty. I mean, look at, like, this one's really pretty. If it wasn't for it's outside of my color scheme, I would have gotten that one. That definitely would have been mine. This is the one I got.
Oh, nice.
I got that one. Nice. I'm pretty sure that's the one I got. That's the one I got. I think that's the one I got. No, I got the Red Shade Twitch art panel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got the Red Shade one. But look at all these. You want Stranger Things? He's got Stranger Things for you. Look at the price. Look at the prices of people. 99 cents. This is mine. Here's mine.
There you
I
go.
pay 99 cents for all of this. And look at all of this that I got. A complete pack of Twitch channel art. All you need to do is add your name and the links, and you're good to go. Includes templates for starting soon screen, short break stream, offline screen, stream ending screen, avatar, banner. Also includes bio panels, camera, activity, overlay, and custom font. Look at this. All of that for 99 cents. 99 cents, guys. So yeah, if you're looking for a place to get overlays, this is the place that I highly recommend going. Great artwork, works really well. And if you have troubles with it, he even has a video on YouTube on where to put everything and how to put it up. So yay. You'll see like I said, you will see parts of it here. If you look on my channel, go to my homepage, you'll see parts of it there. On recorded videos, you'll actually see the actual overlay on the screen because like I said, OBS doesn't let me stream, but that's where you guys need to go. Yes, I love the LBT. Oh my God, the LGBTQ one is, oh my God, it is so fabulous. Like, it is the perfect one if you don't have a color scheme. Be like, I want it all. I'm every color.
Yeah, I need to make another one. I really enjoyed those colors.
Gael makes it hard to make excuses for not streaming or setting up and taking time on your brand. He really does. He really does. And makes you go, oh, I need to go fix this before he comes on the show. Oh. I'm surprised some people can't find the product descriptions. Click on it.
Tiger says that because Tiger is in my Discord and actually helps people around when they're having trouble with my overlays and stuff like that. And most of the time, the issues that they're having is because they didn't read the description. So Tiger has to tell them, did you read the description? It says it right there. There's the tutorial. There's the font. There's everything. And they just don't read. But hey.
I don't know how. I don't know. You push the thing. And the best part is you get an email. So if you forget which one you have, you can go, oh, because that's why I was like, which one do I have? I went straight to my email because I saved that. I never delete that stuff ever. Nope.
Yeah,
Save it all.
If you lose your files, you can just go to your inbox, your email, and then you can download it all again. You only pay once.
Right? Even though, again, what I got, that's it's 99 cents. How do you make a living, son?
Sometimes I must hate money, apparently.
Obviously. And you get an overlay, and you're the Oprah of content creators. That's what you are.
I try to be.
The email from even the emails over. Really? Okay, so I just did both things that people are having problem. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, guys, so if you have a problem here, just come to Amanda's page and she'll tell you. You get an email and look how to get the description. Oh, Lord have mercy. But, of course, we are already at, normally my podcast lasts an hour. We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes. This is how awesome you are.
Aw.
Man, I don't think we actually set a deadline anyway, but I'm getting hungry. And if it's if it's going on 4:15, which means it's dinner time here, it's like nap time for you.
It's
about 10, quarter after 10.
Yeah.
It's time to take a nap. But Gael, thank you so much for coming on the show. And again, thank you for everything that you do for content creators. I cannot express enough how amazing it is that you work for not just the poor, but also the rich. You take everybody, no matter what type of content they're doing, you try to focus on something for everybody, whether a gamer, a podcaster, ASMR, no matter what their color scheme is, you try to have something for everybody's color taste and palettes. And I think that's absolutely amazing. The work that you do of supporting other creators like myself to be able to be content. Oh my gosh, can't speak. I haven't drank today. Why I no speak? That's probably why. But I hope that you had fun.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I hope that you want to come back someday.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day. Oh, see, everybody appreciates everybody. Hearts, 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 hearts. But of course, as always, everybody, make sure that you check him out. He is on YouTube. That's where you get all your informational stuff. You should check it out. He's on Instagram. I don't know. I just follow him on Instagram. I actually haven't checked it out yet.
I'll
What? I
post
just
whatever there.
there. He is on the Twitch, and there definitely show up on Fridays. Oh my gosh, it's so worth your time, and it's gonna help you. And of course, check him out over on Twitter. Those are all of his social things. Look, hearts, 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 hearts,
Aw.
hearts, hearts. Of course, as always, guys, thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you to everybody who followed today. You guys are amazing. You got us up to 100 followers. And of course, please, if you want to, check us out over on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We also have a YouTube channel. On that note, you guys are amazing. We love you, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.